Hey guys, it's Critter Girl, and here's a funny story for you guys. I just filmed like 5 minutes of a video talking and wasn't recording. Like, I literally was just staring at myself in selfie mode making a video, and I wasn't even recording, so that's great. uh, so there's Gilbert back there, and I also want to show you guys this. I got my nails done yesterday. Not gonna say the name of my nail tech, obviously, but shout out to her. She is awesome if she happens to see this. Um, so anyway, I am leaving for a trip to Myrtle Beach tomorrow. And as all of you guys, well, not all of you guys, but you guys who have been subscribed to me for a while probably know, I really enjoy a haunted house called Outbreak Dread the Undead, and there's one of those in Myrtle Beach and in Pigeon Forge, both two favorite vacation spots of mine. Um, the one in Myrtle Beach, which is the one I will be going to soon, seems to me to be a lot scarier than the one in Pigeon Forge. Probably just because I don't go as often and I'm not as used to it. But, just because of that, I decided that it might be a good idea to take my little notebook here and write down some some methods that I use to help myself relax in haunted houses. And I thought that I would share with you guys because Halloween isn't too far away, and there are several haunted houses that are open all year round, like Ripley's Haunted Adventure and Outbreak. There are probably more, but those are just the ones I know right off the top of my head. So I decided to share with you guys. Because I know that there are a lot of people, and I was one of them when I first got into haunted houses. I really enjoyed going to them, and they were a lot of fun for me. But the problem was, I always felt like I didn't enjoy it as much as I could have because I was so freaked out and scared and worried about the whole thing. So I came up with some ways to help myself not be as scared so that I can enjoy the experience more, and I thought that I would share that with my awesome subscribers. So, number one, and this notebook is weird, like seriously. Okay, so this is the front of it, right? You can see the writing. Well, when you open it, the pages were printed upside down. You see the top of the page and the little date thing down there? It's at the bottom. So to write on it, you have to flip it upside down. It's really irritating, but I bought it because it's a cute notebook, and I figured no one else would buy it because it was like that, and you guys know how I am. So, anyway, so my very first tip is to wear darker clothes. This just, especially if you're with a group, this is especially useful if you're with a group. Because it makes you less obvious to actors, and it can give you some vague form of camouflage, which helps a little bit. When you're on haunted houses, actors usually kind of target the people wearing the bright clothes because they're just like out there, and they're easy to see, and they're usually the first people that you see, the ones wearing the bright clothes. So try to wear darker clothes. It helps you kind of hide a little bit. Try to chat. Now, make sure that this is okay with the other people in your group first, because some people might be annoyed by this. Some people don't like to talk when they're scared. Other people do. So it just depends. But make sure that if you have a friend with you, make sure that they're okay with this and that they would like to try it as well. What I mean by trying to chat is quietly talk with others in your group, just small talk, like, it's hot out today, this is really fun, we should do this again, hey, where are we going to dinner after this, that sort of thing. And, sorry, I dropped my phone, sorry about that. Anyway, Gilbert's little foot. Anyway, just small talk like that. But again, you want to make sure that the people in your group are okay with that and that you're not going to aggravate them by trying to do that. But that can help you kind of relax and keep your mind off of things, but still enjoy it, And if you're alone, hey, don't hesitate to talk to yourself. I mean, I do that. So, anyway, let's see. Bring on the humor. Make some jokes. Like, everybody loves a good joke. There's nothing at all wrong with wanting to make jokes while you're in the haunted house. That's actually very, Gilbert just yawned. That can actually be very helpful to help you not be as scared. And come on, imagine the awesome memories you're going to make with your friends if you were laughing and joking the whole way through. I'm sorry about this hair blowing back here. I've got the ceiling fan on, and there's that little piece of hair that doesn't want to lay down. Anyway, but just make some jokes with your friends, you know? It doesn't have to be about the haunted house you're in. It can be just like an inside joke that you have among your friends, and that can really help you guys not be as scared, and it also makes the experience so much more fun. Sing in your head. This is a good one. I've used this one myself a bunch of times. As you go in, as you know, when you're on your way, listen to a favorite song on repeat a few times, and then when you get there, as you're walking through, play the song back in your head on repeat as you're walking through, or you can do it really softly out loud. But I wouldn't recommend doing it out loud because, again, there may be people in your group or people that aren't in your group that just want to enjoy it and don't want that could get on their nerves. So you got to make sure to be considerate of others. So I would prefer doing it in your head, but that can help you keep your mind off of it. And listening to a favorite song can be comforting and help you to kind of relax, help you to chill a little bit. Now this one is one of my favorites. Take close note of props. This one is so much fun. It's a lot of fun to do, and it's very relaxing, actually. I mean, if you look up, like, anxiety coping methods, a lot of the articles will say stuff about, like, find an object and, like, really, really look at details around the room. What can you see? What can you smell? What can you feel? What can you hear? All that sort of thing. And that can really, really help you relax. And also, it helps you to take in the experience. I mean, you'll remember it better if you kind of take it slow and take very close note of what's all around you. For example, or you could ask yourself, you go into, most haunted houses are divided up into rooms and areas. So as you step into the next room, you just say to yourself, okay, I'm going to look for something blue in here. Where is something blue? And just look for it and look over the wall. Okay, let me count. How many bloody handprints are on that wall? 1, 2, it's so much fun to do that, and in Outbreak, I absolutely love to do that. Like, when I'm walking by a sign on the wall, I love to stop and maybe read it or read a little bit of it. And just look around not actually open the cabinets. Like, don't touch props. That's one thing you don't want to do. Like, don't touch the props. Just look. But look in some of the glass cabinets. There's a vending machine at Outbreak, and I love to look in there. And, there's, like, chips. And just take notes of all the different types of chips you see in there. And when I was paying close attention to the props, once I actually noticed that there were some styrofoam coffee cups on, one of the tables that were the exact same type of cups that my mom keeps at her office. So, you can notice a lot of cool stuff by doing that, and it helps you remember more about the experience, and I think it helps you to enjoy it more. Another thing you can do, what I like to do, what is kind of a habit of mine when I'm in a haunted house, is I always feel like I have to cover my ears. I don't know why. But for some reason, when the sound is muffled, it makes me less scared. I don't know. So you could try that. But I'm sure we all know how, like, when you're in the bed and you get scared, you want to cover your head up, right? Well, maybe if it's not hot out, I wouldn't recommend this in the summer because that would be pretty uncomfortable. But if you're going, like, around Halloween, when a lot of times it's pretty cold out, wear a hoodie and put your hood up while you're going through. I mean, that can make you feel a lot more comfortable and kind of give you the sensation that you're hidden. Even though you're not, it does help. And that also covers your ears a little. I have no idea why I like to cover my ears when I'm scared. I just do. It's weird. I can remember what I always, when I was in bed, when I was like tiny, I always wanted my ears covered and like by the blanket, and I don't know why. So I've always been like that. That's just a quirk of mine, I guess. But if you are like that too, or you could just try it and see if it makes you feel any better, to wear a hoodie and cover up your head. Obviously, don't close it up to the point where you can't see, because a lot of times they're kind of like a maze and you don't want to trip and get hurt. or hurt somebody else or break something. You don't want to do that. Just, you know, gotta be careful. Um, Another one that I like to do is to, now this one is super hard, but, and this is way easier to do with animatronics. Outbreak mostly has animatronics, and Ripley's Haunted Adventure has all animatronics, is look directly at the animatronics, like look them in the eyes. And I know that is so hard because they're scary, and you don't really want to get a good look at them, but if you do, it just kind of gives you a sense of power, to get a good look at them. Like in Outbreak, if you guys have ever been there, you probably remember this, but there's this one part where you take which direction do you turn? You take a right turn, yeah, that's right. You take a right turn, and you come into this closet that's got these yellow lab coats hanging up, and then a zombie pops out wearing one of the same yellow lab coats. I stopped, and I just got a really good look at him, and I stared at him until the motion sensor was unactivated again, and he went back into the closet. And I felt so much more confident after I did that, like, for the rest of the walkthrough, because I was like, hey, I have asserted my dominance here, I looked him in the eyes, I'm in charge here now, and that seems kind of silly maybe, but really it does help. Just give yourself a sense of power. Speaking of giving yourself a sense of power, another thing that is also fun and can be helpful is pretending you're someone else. Pretend to be a favorite character, pretend to be a favorite celebrity. That helps a lot. Especially if you pick like a really tough character, like a superhero or something, because oh my goodness, that just gives you such confidence. And it seems so silly, but really it helps, because I've used that method a bunch of times myself. Or you can pretend you're an animal. I've never done that one, but I guess you could. Like, Jurassic Park fan, pretend you're a raptor. Don't actually act like a raptor in front of people, though, because people will think you're crazy. But, just kind of in your head, So that can really help. But one of my favorites is, my hair keeps getting in my mouth. One of my favorites is just to pretend I'm my favorite character, which really helps a lot. You kind of take on that mentality of your favorite character, and it helps. So yeah, that's about it. Oh, one more thing. With the new wearing masks thing that all of you guys know about, I'm sure, going on right now, sometimes it helps to wear your mask. Even if you don't have to, even if like the rule isn't that you have to, sometimes it helps to wear your mask. Now, if you're gonna like hyperventilate and be unable to breathe in it, don't do that. But if you are calm, but you kind of want your face covered, wear your mask, because it kind of gives you a sense of like you're covering your face, which helps a little. So you can try that. So guys, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and go now. Maybe watch some TV. Also have to get the laundry out and get that done. So I guess I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell and the like button. And if you have any favorite haunted house coping tips that you want to share with me and everybody else, let me know down below. I would appreciate it. So have a great day, guys, and thanks for watching. Goodbye.